think you got to learn though that you can't organize from top down. Like I know Fred's team, Fred Thompson, they were trying to organize their own money bomb.
Yeah, and Barack Obama.
And saying like donate this day, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel like, I guess people don't feel like they own this movement or own, this sort of like this money bomb if they are not the ones that are kind of coming up with ideas, putting out videos on YouTube. It just kind of doesn't seem authentic.
Yeah, that's the thing that I think also like drives this campaign is really important with this campaign. It's not just the message, but it's also people really feel like they have ownership of it. And so a lot of people, like for example, like they criticized us for not like getting more involved with like these money bomb. Like, why aren't we sending out emails promoting it and that sort of thing? But I can guarantee you that like the fervor with which our supporters ended up, like pushing these days, it would have not been the same, and the days just wouldn't have been successful. Because a lot of times, like our supporters or like the press or whatnot, they would look at the hardline numbers and they would say, well, you raised $4.3 million in a day. But the $4.3 million wasn't really what was important or what was significant about that day, because like I believe, right, like through email messaging and like communications and like direct mail and all these other like tools, like fundraising tools we have at our disposal, that we'd be able to get people to give regardless of whether it was on that particular day. But what happened was a lot of new supporters came into the campaign, and so we ended up having something like 16,000 or 17,000 new donors to the campaign on November 5th, and another like it was like 30,000 or 25,000 on December 16th. So like that was huge value, and that was value that like we as a campaign could never have generated. Like we could, because we have people like in our database, so we can like how do you go out and like really find new donors other than find someone else's fundraising list or something like that. But so that was the huge benefit that like just what that came out of these days. It wasn't just the money that was